Hello there. Yeah. Samsung, you got me good. You got me real good, Samsung. Anyways, before I get to that, look at my Christmas. I do Christmas outside and I do Christmas inside. Heh. Hope you guys have checked out the Christmas setup videos 1 and 2. I know they're long. I tried not to make them long, but whatever. In the process of all that Christmas light stuff, I kind of went through an ordeal with my phone, Samsung. Something's going on. All right. So here's the story. As you can see from the title of this video, it has to do with my Note 4. Ta-da! Now, it's been a good phone. We had it financed, like through Verizon. We do that whole thing where you pay it off in 2 years. And I've had it for 2 years. It's worked perfectly. Nothing wrong. I've actually not cracked the screen on it. Oh, God! Nah, just kidding. I didn't crack it. But it's still a good phone. And I was just going to keep using it because in the month of November, we paid it off. Like our last payment was on our bill in November. So these things were paid off. $700 and something. And now it starts doing this. So right now it's booting. Can you see it? Oh, it's thinking about it. It's going to get that far. Oh, will it actually boot up? Oh, of course, when I'm on camera doing this, it's going to boot up. But anyways, let's see how long it lasts. So pretty much what's happened is my Note 4, literally the week we paid our last phone bill to have these payments on it, we paid it off. And then it started jacking up on me. It started rebooting and then going into a reboot cycle where it would shut down, reboot, it would start to boot, and it'd shut down, reboot, blah, blah, blah. It would keep doing that until the thing died. And it would only work if you plugged the charger into it. Once you plug the charger in, boom, works fine. So I got a little portable power bank. That's why I brought it down here, because I didn't think it was going to boot up, but it actually did. That's surprising. But once I plug it in, then it worked fine. So, and I did research on it, and it could have been a number of things. So I did a factory reset on it. Like I lost I backed up all my pictures and stuff, but all my apps, all that crap that once you move into a phone, it's hard to get back into, like have all your apps the way they were, all your settings. Logging into my Walmart One account took 3 hours because I couldn't remember my name and blah, whatever. Anyways, all that crap that you log into, and now you have to go back in there and redo everything. Did all that. Still did it. And I was like, oh my God. So then I started deleting apps. Like I'd be using like Time Hop and it would reboot. I'm like, okay, well maybe Time Hop's doing it because I said maybe an app is doing that. It's interfering with your battery connection with the whatever. So I deleted that app, and then I'll keep using it, and then I'll be doing something, and then it'll do it again. And I'm like, okay, well, I was using that app when that happened, so I'll delete that app. Pretty much went down to it, and then it got to the point where if it got below 80%, 85%, it would just shut down and reboot and wouldn't reboot. Vanessa's was doing the same thing, but hers was starting about 40% battery life. It would start doing it too. I was like, just my luck. Get these things paid off. And they break. Samsung has a self-destruct button in these things. Once they figure out they're paid off and you're not making payments anymore, they're like, oh, that's paid off. Click, self-destruct. And then the phone goes. So, well, we're gonna see real quick because we'll see if every time I try to boot up the camera, it'll do it. So let's see what happens. Of course, now that I'm filming it and I'm trying to show what it's doing, it's not gonna do it. Oh my God. Okay, well let's try it again. Let's close all programs, close all, and so it have to use more battery life to start it back up. Let's see. Ain't that a pile of so we went out and got new phones. Went to a good old Nebraska Furniture Mart here in Kansas City, and I got the new S7. It's taken me a minute to get used to it. I mean, it's very fast. It's a very clean looking phone. I mean, it's like patow. It's all right. Has a good camera on it. Actually, the end of that Christmas light video was filmed on this. But I'm having buyer's remorse because now, I guess the point of this video was I finally found out it's the battery on these things. That's what's doing it. Everything where it doesn't charge past 87%, and then the whole rebooting thing, that's a battery going bad. Instead of going out and buying a $650 phone, I could have just bought a $15 battery off of eBay. Now I'm in a predicament whether or not I want to keep this because Vanessa wants to keep ours, so she can keep hers. But I'm trying to convince her we'll save $28 a month if I were to take that back and just keep using this. These are paid off, and now we have the newest and best Samsung. And so far, the reason we got these is because the Note 4 is a very big phone, as you can see. It's a big phone, and when you have short fingers like I do, you can't really. It's not a one-hand use device. Whereas the Samsung, the S7 is. I mean, you can pretty much do it all one-handed. We kind of like the idea of that. I mean, because you can see right here the size difference. Can you see a little better now? But now that I have the S7, I kind of miss the big screen. Like and I was gonna get the LG V20. But I did a lot of research on it and a lot of reviews, and like the whole reason I wanted it was for like the cool camera. But all the reviews said the S7 camera was actually better. It's just the V20 had like a wide screen, and it was built more for filming, and it had like the high quality audio DAC built into it. But then they were saying that unless you have like $200 studio headphones, you're not going to notice the difference because these push the same amount of noise clarity into. And plus, I always use Bluetooth when I connect my headphones. Like I use Bluetooth headphones, so there is no connection. So I wouldn't even use the little built-in hi-fi audio thing. So I went with the S7. But I'm kind of regretting it because now that I've figured out that I can fix this and it'll work just fine, I'm having buyer's remorse here because I kind of miss having the big screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to settle. I'll go ahead and just keep this because it's brand new and it works perfectly. It's just the newer device. And then next year when the Note 8 comes out, because apparently the Note 7 didn't go so well. I'm going to get a new battery for this. And this is going to be my new like media thing. I'm going to make my videos on this because honestly, when it comes to the camera, this one takes better like low light pictures. But I think this one took better video, even though because this is a 16 megapixel camera. This is only a 12, but it's a 12 dual pixel. So the pixels are bigger, but there aren't as many pixels as a 16, of course. 16 is bigger than 12. So they're good in their own ways. I just think this one took better video. I think I'm going to keep this as a spare, and I'm gonna play games on it and watch YouTube and like use it to film more than I would this. Because the video on this is better, I believe. So yeah, there you go, Samsung. Good job making a battery that only lasts exactly 2 years. So that when you have a phone and you pay it off after 2 years and it starts screwing up like that, you're like, oh, well, it's already paid off. Might as well go get another one. Okay. So you make me spend money, especially around Christmas. Ugh. Okay, so that's my rant. So if you're having problems with your Note 4 and it's in an endless reboot cycle, it's the battery. It's not apps. It's not certain things going on with it. It's the battery. An $11 battery. Well, $11 on eBay. They say you should go to like a battery store and spend $45 on a brand new from a retailer. But so now this is going to be like my secondary phone. I'm going to just buy it off eBay for $9, $11, whatever they are. And then I'll keep this one because I might as well. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I'll give it some time. But I will say, I did some side-by-sides. Like I held them up side by side and I took pictures with them. The S7 definitely takes pictures a lot faster than the Note does, especially in low light. Like like last night, I was on my back porch and I was taking a picture of Daisy, my dog. It's kind of a dim, nowhere near as bright as this room, but it was dim and I had them side by side and I took a picture on both cameras or both phones at the same time, and this one was like click, and then the Note 4 was like hold still, click. It was clearly the S7 took a picture a lot faster. But when it came to the video, I felt like last night when I filmed that Christmas lights part 2 and I was outside showing you it with this phone, I had to cut out a lot of the camera going in and out of focus. Like it was just like horrible. I'd never had that with this phone. I was trying to find focus even though it was dim, but there's Christmas lights. This thing always stayed in focus. There was never like I had to edit out probably 8 minutes worth of just me standing there going, focus, focus. Okay, there we go. And then I'd start talking, and then as soon as I'd move, it'd take another 2 minutes for it to stop focusing. I guess it'll just be a tandem duo. This is my talk, 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 text, 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 and this is my click, click, click. Ooh. First world problems, am I right? All these $700 devices just. Well, I hope you learned something about the Note 4s and the S7s. If you really want me to do, I mean, there's tons of S7 videos out there, but any questions you have on it, like what my thoughts are, so I've only had it for about 4 days now. So any thoughts, any questions you have on it, go ahead and ask me, and I'll just tell you what I think. And I still like my Note 4, but Vanessa won't let me take this one back. And yeah, hope you like the Christmas look. Only get to use it for another 3 weeks, and then Christmas is over. You guys take it easy. I'll holler at you later.